So what kind of insights do you get from working with me at Narcovery? Well, quite often what we find is there are patterns in our life, patterns that we repeat again and again and again. And we get put into that loop again and again when we're triggered. Let's hear from Daryl about how he found the pattern he was in and what it was like to unpack all those triggers.
So one of the biggest specific insights I learned from talking with Miles is really getting deep and understanding where that trauma initially started. Like anything else in life, we have triggers. The triggers actually come from somewhere. And I discovered for the first time where that actually came from for me. And it was a deep seated memory that was like 3 or 4 years old that I remember seeing something that actually happened. And that essentially wounded me. I didn't actually even know at the time, obviously. And it led me into, situations as an adult, that I found myself basically in that recursive loop around, almost in a weird way, like repeating that same process that I saw one of my family members actually go through. So when I got a chance to, work with Miles and actually realize that about myself, I was like, wow, it's like, this is where that really came from. And this is where I got triggered from. So something that's possibly happening today in your life is something that's triggering you possibly, from before you actually remember. So that's something to really consider is if you are being triggered by an event or something somebody says, or even a phrase, or the way somebody looks at you, or how you receive an email, or whatever it is, whatever that trigger is, good chances are it's not coming from that person. Good chances are there's something that's in your history, something that's in your past that's really, flaring up basically because of that. And if you don't ever process that, then you'll never be able to really move forward in a peaceful, loving way. And that's one thing you really want to consider is as you're looking at yourself and kind of doing, an inventory about your emotions and how you feel. And if you're getting triggered from a certain situation, whether it's something for yourself, whether it's a relationship that you have in your life, whether it's a family member, maybe it's a situation where like you've grown older and here you are as an older individual and all of a sudden now you're finding yourself upset about something and you don't even know why. Good chances are there's something that's happened buried down in your deep subconscious, and that's what Miles is here to do. He's here to help you with that. And as a person who's helped a lot of people with that kind of stuff, I'm very much pretty cautious about who I spend my time with when it comes to getting involved with that. And I looked at Miles, and after getting to know him, I felt more comfortable in, opening up and going that deep with him. So that was really cool experience I had. And I can only think of a couple of people in my life that have been able to actually do that for me. And Miles is one of them. So thanks very much, Miles.